Good morning, everyone. Pastor Aaron here. And on this 21st day of Lent, I want to talk to you for a moment about creating a void for your spouse. I'll also talk and consider this the power of encouragement. So it's the 21st day of Lent, and we're again reminded what this season and what our efforts are really seeking to accomplish. We're not leveraging God's favor by trying to make ourselves worthy. We're creating a void of something by fasting it, but then also replacing it with some godly thing that we've been led to invest into. So the hope ultimately is that this is not a 40-day change, but instead a lifestyle change. And as we're in this process now halfway, we should be asking ourselves, well, is it working? What is God doing that will last beyond the season? And so today, I would draw attention to your spouse. Have you considered that the same deficiencies in your relationship with God often exist in your marriage? I mean, think about it for a minute. In your marriage, do you often prioritize schedule over intimacy? In your marriage, do you often simply communicate about the business of life? Do you neglect the other person because their expectations are not being met, or your expectations are not being met of them? Does personal selfishness get in the way of the connection you married them to have? Do you see how it's oddly similar? Marriage is a living example or an illustration that mirrors our relationship with Christ. God gave it to us so that we could learn and appreciate what He offers. He gives us hands-on experience about how to live and how to love unselfishly. But incidentally, loving unselfishly makes a significant impact when there's a deficiency in both relationships, yours with God and yours with your spouse. Now, my question to you is, do you know how to love unselfishly? I offer you Paul's writings in 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Paul said, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres." This is from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. And if I could take one word to sum up what Paul wrote, I would use the word encouragement. Paul lays out several criteria regarding unselfish love, and he gives us the application to provide it. Let me give you a couple examples. Love is patient. That says, I will grow with you. And how does the other part of this love relationship feel safe to grow? Well, it's through encouragement. Love is kind. Love says, I understand your lack, and I'm not out to expose it. In fact, I want to protect it. How does one feel protected? Well, that too is through encouragement. Love does not boast. It says that though as your partner, I may have won that battle, I also support you winning that battle now. Well, one way that the other person receives that support is through encouragement. It says love is not proud. It does not dishonor. It respects that the other person has a different plan with different timing. The stronger person does not lord over the weaker person with destructive words, but encouragement. Encouragement is often the fuel of achievement. Now, I want you to imagine for a moment that God treated you the same way that you have treated your spouse, or perhaps have seen someone else treat theirs. David wrote, "If you regard iniquity, Lord, who could stand?" That's out of Psalm 130, verse 3. The inference here is, if God kept a record of every single thing that we did wrong, nobody could stand. everybody's screwed, God's perfection would dismantle every one of us if not for the grace that even he expresses through encouragement. Jesus put it this way. He said, freely you have received, freely give. That's out of Matthew 10:8. Might we all consider the power of encouragement and make a point and prioritize to sharing that expression, that gift of love with our spouse. Let's not criticize. Let's not use our words to pull them down. Let's be a support in everything we say and do. We just might find that God was waiting for us to come to this point and quit putting barriers in his way so that he could work.